Okay, brilliant. Well, hi everyone. You know me, I'm Felicia Jones, and today what I wanted to do was a quick video for you to demonstrate how the meal planning service works. And I have a few PowerPoints that demonstrate how that happens. And I also have the wonderful Dawn with us. And Dawn is a member of my Let's Talk Health group, but she's also in her own right an accomplished hypnotherapist. So it really helps that she knows the way that I work. So if you're ready, let's get into it. Okay, so I'm going to share the PowerPoint now. So if you're coming to book my service, you'll get to my website and you'll see here the services. If you click on that, you'll get to the personalised health and dietary support section. And the first one on there is the meal planning service. So you'll know that you're in the right place. That's for the meal planning service. And then the way that we book the initial appointment is to come down to here, to my calendar, and you'll be able to then schedule an appointment for 30 minutes where we're able to simply talk through what your wishes are. So you simply select a date and a time. And once you've done that, I will send you confirmation and we take it from there. So when we actually have our initial appointment, it goes something like this. I'm going to demonstrate this with Dawn. So Dawn, thank you very much for booking your initial consultation. And you said that you're interested in the meal planning service. What was your motivation for that? What did you want to accomplish?
Well, I'm not very good with planning my meals, going out and shopping for them. I end up just shopping ad hoc and just grabbing something. And then I'm quite well aware that I end up buying something that perhaps isn't so nutritious, just quick and easy. And the couple of times I have actually spent a week planning my meals, it's gone so smoothly. Even if I don't get to cook the right thing on the right day, it's there. And I know all the ingredients I've got. And it actually tends to work out a lot more cost effective, if I'm honest. So it's to get myself into a routine, but knowing what is the best foods for me, for my, as you're aware that I'm wheat intolerant and dairy intolerant. So the best things that I can actually eat that are healthy, nutritious, and so I keep my energy up because I find myself flagging.
Yeah, brilliant. Okay. So Dawn ran through then why she wanted the service, and you would have noticed that I was taking notes. And those notes are going to be useful for when we have our proper consultation, the full consultation, but also I'm going to use some of that information and I'll explain to you how I do that. So the next stage would be to go through and do the booking. So we go back to the same page. Below the calendar, you'll see pay with card. And it's simply a case of pressing that button, making the payment for the 3 sessions. And then once that's done, we arrange to have the booking date, the next booking date. So we'll just do that over the phone. We'll just confirm the date and the time for your first session. It's as simple as that. And once I have confirmation that the payment's all gone through, what I will do is I will send you out this questionnaire. And you remember I said I was taking notes? Well, what I would do is I would fill out the sections that I can on here based on what Dawn has said. So I'll write down why she wanted to do the program, what she really needed. And then there's a few more sections at the bottom that I might not be able to complete that Dawn could complete. And then on the other side, there's the consent, just agreeing what we are going to be doing. So that's simply the questionnaire. And then following that, once I've done that, I have one other form that I send out. And this is a simple guide to the meal planning service, only a couple of pages, but it gives you more detail about the service and what it's all about. So, of course, you can ask me questions at any time, but this gives you that information. So, you'll get confirmation of the time and the date you're booking, and then you'll get this guide, and you'll also get the questionnaire, which you'll complete and you'll send back to me. So, that's all the information that you need. And then when we have the consultation, this is what it will go like. I'm just going to demonstrate it with Dawn again. So, hi, Dawn.
Hi, Felicia.
Oh, yeah, thanks so much for booking on. And we had our initial consultation where you told me some of the reasons for you wanting the service. And I just wanted to go through that a little bit more now. And what I want you to come away with is for us to agree on one or two goals that you're going to work on between our appointments. The reason that we have one or two is because I don't want it to be overwhelming. You know what it's like. You want to do all of this stuff, you're really excited, you have all of these different goals, and it's too much. So initially, you'd talked about when you're going shopping, you pick things because it's quick and easy, and that means that you're not necessarily making the best choices. And
Yeah,
you know yourself with your specific diet that there's certain foods that you need to stay away from, certain
yeah,
foods that you think will help you to be healthier and to have more energy. So that's what the kind of thing that you were saying that you wanted. And also, you found that it's cost effective when you meal planned before.
absolutely.
Brilliant. Okay. So, what are the things now that you want to really focus on? So, we can have anything between 2 weeks to a month between your next appointment. What do you really want to focus on?
Actually, the planning, just the simple planning every day for a couple of meals. Maybe I don't eat breakfast, but I so by the time it's kind of 12, 1 o'clock, then I'm hungry and grabbing for snacks. And that would be one of my key areas, whether I'm out or whether I'm in, that I've got some kind of plan in place for that time when I actually start to feel hungry and, or shall I say, hangry,
Yeah.
and then my evening meal.
Brilliant. Okay. So the planning we can definitely work on. And dietary wise, you said, sometimes you go out and that you need snacks. And before you talked about energy, is energy the thing that you really feel that you're lacking? Or when you just said hungry as well, do you think it's your blood sugar is up and down with?
Definitely blood sugars from my own uh, kind of understanding. Yeah, the blood sugar drops, and then you just reach for silly food. And I'm quite aware. And I always think, do you know what? I'd rather eat nothing than eat crap. But I end up eating food that's not nutritious. And I know it's not nutritious because then I'm getting hungry.
Brilliant. Okay. So when I've been speaking to Dawn, I've been assessing different things that she wants to work on. And this is only a snapshot. Obviously, we'd have a full 45 minutes to go into things in depth. And so, what I want to do is for Dawn to come away with two goals. So, she talked about the planning, she talked about regulating her blood sugar and having snacks. So, it may be that I would send her some menu ideas. It could be that I would send a link to a certain site that will give a little bit more information. But what I will do following the appointment is I will send an email that details what we talked about, where the focus area is, what the goals are, and what Dawn's going to do in the next few weeks. And so during that time, if Dawn has any problems at all, she can just contact me, but she will have in writing what we talked about, what she wants to achieve, and the goals that she's going to work on in the next 2 weeks. And that's it. It's as simple as that. You literally go onto the site, you book, we have an initial consultation, and then we have the full consultation. Okay, if you have any questions, please do ask me. But otherwise, I really look forward to working with you soon. Take care. Bye.